only 3 to 4 months left until it's bikini season. And if you want to finally have a summer where you feel confident, beautiful, where you're gonna rock the beach in a bikini, you're gonna lose some weight, you're gonna need the following daily wellness habits that will make you hot for summer. I'm turning 40 in summer and I'm gonna be the hottest version of myself. I'm gonna be in the best shape of my life and I have 4 months to do it. Let's glow up together for summer and become absolute hotties this summer. Everything we're going to talk about in this video is going to be part of your daily wellness routine, your daily hygiene. It's something that is becoming a lifestyle for you. The first habit that you're going to do is you're going to eat at least 100 grams of protein per day. And you're going to aim for 20 to 30 grams of fiber per day. If you increase your protein and your fiber intake, guess what? There is less space for junk food. There's less space for ultra-processed foods. Amping up your protein and your fiber means that you're going to be fuller for longer, that you're going to feel more satiated, that you're not going to have crazy cravings all day long, and that you need sweets all day, or that you need to snack all day. You eat so much less protein than you think you eat. Especially if you're someone like me who is a pescatarian or vegetarian or even a vegan. Girlie, you're gonna need to get your protein up. A way to really think about it is to add protein to every meal. Instead of just being like, oh yeah, I'm eating blah blah blah, whatever, you are gonna build your meal around a protein source. The next thing that you're gonna prioritize on your plate is fiber. There are lots of ways to add fiber into your meal. I also have a video on 24 foods to eat in 2024, so that was last year, but it's still the same for this year, and I talk about fiber sources in there, I talk about protein sources in there, so make sure to watch that video. I'm gonna link this down below. I also have a protein breakfast guide that you can download below. It's completely free. That will help you to have protein rich breakfast every day for 7 days, especially the first meal of the day. Make it protein rich. That will help to stabilize your blood sugar, and that will stop you from all the crazy cravings that you will have throughout the day. Next daily habit is you're gonna eat to 80% full. You're not gonna overeat until you have to unbutton your pants. Your goal when you eat is to feel light and energized after a meal. Your goal is to stop the hunger that you have for a meal, but it's not to stuff your face. You don't want to feel heavy and sluggish after a meal. That is not the goal of eating. The goal of eating is to give you energy. If you don't feel energized after a meal, you're eating too much. So here's what you're gonna do. You're gonna eat when you're hungry, and you're gonna stop at 80% full. How do you know you're at 80% full? If you could do a light jog, if you could wear a bikini and don't feel gross. That is a great way to think about it. If I could not go on a jog, I'm more than 80% full. This is not about starving yourself. This is not about under eating, so don't freak out. This is about nourishing your body with exactly the amount of calories you need to feel energized, to get shit done, to be productive, and not to lay down after a meal and sleep. So don't stop when you're still hungry. I want you to not be hungry after a meal. The goal is to eat to satiated, where you feel comfortably full, but where you're not feel stuffed, or where you feel like, oof, it's a bit much. You need to practice this. If you're an overeater like me, you need to practice it. And if you need help with this, I have a lot of content around overeating, around healthy eating habits, around stop the binge restrict cycle. I link some down below. The next daily habit you're gonna do is you're gonna cut down on sugar and alcohol. I know that you're probably not drinking every day, so maybe this is more like a weekly thing. In summer, we're probably gonna get those Aperol spritzes on the go. Yeah, we're probably gonna have a little bit more ice cream, and that's okay, but we wanna really make sure we lock in before summer. We're cutting down on sugar, we're cutting down on alcohol before the summer, and we're gonna cut down on ultra-processed snacks. Things like protein bars, and all these ultra-processed snacks that seem healthy, what they do is they are just increasing your cravings. So we're gonna eat more whole foods, and we're gonna stop all the ultra-processed stuff and all the sugary treats. Doesn't mean you cannot have any sugar or any alcohol, or you have to go completely clean eating 100%. I'm not saying that. I just don't think that's a good thing either, because then, you know, you're probably gonna start to binge. But we're just gonna cut down on it. If you now currently feel like you're eating a lot of sugar, or you're drinking quite frequently, cut it down. Have a sugary treat once a week or once a day. I don't know how much sugar you're eating, but just be more mindful of it and cut it down by 80%. You're gonna feel so much better. You're gonna feel so much more energized. Your skin is gonna be better. You're gonna be glowy. You're gonna be a hot girl by summer, and sugar is not your friend in order to become hot. Then you're gonna drink 3 to 4 liters of water. The skinny hot girls, they're not lying. You need to increase your water intake. It helps with cravings. It helps you with stopping to snack all the time. Oftentimes, your body actually confuses thirst thirst with hunger. So you will feel peckish, you will feel hungry, but actually you're just thirsty. So before you like grab a snack, have a drink, have a water. I always have a 1 liter bottle of water on my desk so I can track exactly how much I drink throughout the day. 3 liters I think is perfect. Aim for that. And don't just drink when you're thirsty, because when you're thirsty, that's already a sign from your body that you're dehydrated. Then you're gonna focus on 3 nourishing meals per day, and you're gonna stop the snacking in between your meals. Maybe you work better with 2 nourishing meals. What you also want to avoid is that you get really hungry in the evening and then you just completely overeat. Eat enough throughout the day so you will not go ravenous in the evening. It doesn't really matter how you structure your meals, okay? Some people go better with like a light breakfast or a very late breakfast and then you have a big dinner. I personally am better with more food in the morning and then less food in the evening, but that is really up to you. There's no right or wrong. It's just important that you nourish yourself enough and that you don't overeat, that you eat to 80%. And you're gonna wait for hunger. We're not eating just because it's 9 a.m. or because it's 1 p.m. We're eating when we're hungry. So wait for hunger. But when you stop the constant snacking, you will actually notice that you're gonna feel hungry for your meal. If you're really hungry, for example, you just move a lot, or maybe you didn't eat enough for a specific meal and you're really hungry in between meals, yes, have a snack. Don't starve yourself, but make your snack something healthy. Have an apple, have maybe a couple of rice cakes, have a few nuts, not like a pile of nuts. Have some veggie sticks with hummus. Don't have a Snickers bar or some like ultra processed bar that will just spike your blood sugar and then you're gonna have more cravings and you want to keep eating and keep eating. The next daily wellness habit is so crucial and I don't think a lot of people talk about it. You're gonna start to regulate your nervous system. Your overeating is probably a sign that your nervous system is dysregulated because you're using food to cope with calming yourself down. I know this about myself. When I'm about to shoot a YouTube video like this one, I want to eat. I want to snack because my nervous system is like, now it's shooting time. Or if I have to write a specific email at work and I'm just like, I don't want to write this email. My nervous system is like, I don't want to do this, and then I want to snack. So you need to have practices to regulate your nervous system that is not food, that is not eating. Your regulation could also be that you go on Amazon on your shop. That's also not the best way to regulate your nervous system. So whatever you're currently doing in order to regulate your nervous system that is either putting on weight for you or emptying your bank account, we're gonna stop this. We're gonna find different ways, healthy coping mechanism to regulate your nervous system. Here are a few ways of how you can do this and also what works for me. Breathing works a lot. If I just sit down for a second and like breathe, and like you already notice when you start breathing properly, like taking deep breath in, that you're calming down, okay? Regulating your nervous system basically just means that you are calming your nervous system. Walking helps me a lot. Sometimes I go on my walking pad for 10 minutes and just walk. Running, if it's really intense, if you're really feeling dysregulated and you're like feeling maybe a binge is coming on, I like to go for a run or like real movement. I saw on TikTok someone shared that they shake before they like go into a binge, like just shake everything out of the body because your nervous system is so dysregulated in that moment. But also things like priming yourself in the morning already, like with a short meditation. Journaling helps really well. Sometimes I just sit down and I write out like, what are my problems right now? Like, what are my fears? Why do I have the urge to eat now? And just taking a pause. Just before you go into eating, take a pause. I like to connect with my best version of myself, with my haughty summer self, with my badass skinny future self. I like to channel her, be like, what would she do now? What is her decision now? Stupid. She just would sit down because she's a badass and write that email. You eating food in order to avoid something is not going to help you. It's not gonna make the thing go away that you have to do. It's gonna make the whole situation worse because then you feel bad that you let yourself down. Just do the thing. There's no way around it. You have to do it either way. And it's better to do it without adding more calories. Every day you're gonna have some sort of learning that you're gonna do, that some sort of self-improvement content, some sort of personal development content, confidence building content, something that you wanna better in your life, something that you wanna improve on. I don't care what that is, but you're gonna consume podcasts about it, books about it. Self-improvement content and personal development content is so great to build your confidence, to fire you up, to get you motivated, to get you going. It's just important that you not just indulge in it and not actually take action, but that you actually do something about it. Go on your hot girl walk and listen to a personal development podcast. It's great to consume also more content from personal development girls, women, because I feel like oftentimes the advice that men give is very male-centered, but we as women, we operate very differently, especially when it comes to fitness and weight loss advice. As women, often, you know, physically, we're just different with our hormonal cycle, so I think it's important to learn about cycle syncing, about your hormones. In general, whatever podcasts, whatever content creators resonate with you, whatever books resonate with you in order for you to take action, that's what you're gonna do. The next thing is your daily movement, and you're gonna go on your hot girl walks. I don't want to hear excuses. I don't care that it's raining. I don't care that it's snowing. I don't care that you don't feel like it. I don't care that you worked a full day and you're tired. Get your ass out and you go on your hot girl walk. That is part of your daily wellness. That is not a chore. That is not something that is terrible and annoying. That is something that you do for yourself. That is self-care. That is self-love. That is a gift to yourself that you go on your hot girl walk. There are people out there in the world that would literally be the happiest people in the world if they could go on a hot girl walk. Don't over exercise with HIIT workouts. Low impact. Start strength training. Incorporate strength training into your routine. That doesn't really have to do a daily habit, but that should definitely be a weekly habit. That when you do Pilates, when you do any kind of other training that you use weights, don't just do cardio. If you just do cardio, you're gonna be skinny fat. You need to build muscle in order to look toned. We need a really good amount of muscle mass, especially as women, especially when you age. That's why eating protein is so important, not only from an aesthetic point of view that you just generally look better if you were more toned. Health-wise, it's super important that you have more muscle, but also more muscle means that you're gonna burn more fat. Muscle burns more calories than fat. And if you do a lot of cardio, that will just increase your hunger and you're gonna eat more. You have more drive to eat. You have more cravings to eat. Incorporate some cardio throughout the week, but your daily wellness routine should be movement in the form of walking, and then weekly some cardio, some sweating is important, but then strength training. And the next thing that is a daily wellness habit that you're gonna do is regulating your blood sugar. So we're not gonna start off with a sugary breakfast. We're not gonna start off with cereal or a pistachio croissant for breakfast. That's a treat. Yeah, that's candy. That's a treat that we have sometimes. We're gonna have protein and fiber in our breakfast. Eggs, avocado, sourdough, perfect breakfast. Blood sugar stabilizing. If you like Greek yogurt, perfect. Add some berries, they're low sugar. Add some protein powder, add some tahini, add some nut butter. A balanced meal is protein, healthy fats, and then some complex carbs. Complex carbs are just higher in fiber, and that combination will help you to stabilize your blood sugar, because the blood sugar spike from the carbs will be buffered by the healthy fats and the protein. And when you learn to stabilize your blood sugar for your meals, it will really help you to feel more energized, to not have this fatigue, the sluggishness, the brain fog. I'm telling you, if you start to stabilize your blood sugar and you pay more attention to that, and you stop snacking so much in between your meals, you're gonna have so much more energy, you're gonna be more focused, you're gonna be more clear, and you're not gonna procrastinate so much. So you're gonna get shit done and you're gonna reach your goals. What also helps with stabilizing your blood sugar is a post-meal walk. So that's why I love my walking pad. I can literally only recommend it so much. It's the best investment I've made. If you don't want to go outside, you can just walk on your walking pad for 10-20 minutes. And the next habit that you're gonna do is you're gonna stop drinking coffee late in the day. No caffeine after 1 or 2 p.m. I don't care if you feel like you sleep really well. I don't care if you're someone who's like, oh, I can drink espresso at 8 p.m. in the evening. Your sleep is not gonna be good. It's like when you drink alcohol and you feel like you sleep really well, but you're not actually sleeping really well. Your body does not rest when you drink caffeine late in the day. Have caffeine-free coffee. Have some tea. If you start to eat better, stop snacking so much, reduce your sugar intake, and be more mindful about your blood sugar, you're not gonna need that coffee in the afternoon, because you will have more energy throughout the day anyway. The next habit that you're gonna do every day is you're gonna have an AM routine and a PM routine. Doesn't have to be crazy. Don't go with like 20 steps. The reason for that is in the morning, we want to prime our body, ourselves, to start the day, to feel energized. And in the evening, we want to do the opposite. We want to, instead of waking up, we want to calm our body. We want to prime our body to be ready for bed. I have a whole video on how I became a morning morning person, I tell you in there what steps you can do for your morning routine, what I do for my morning routine, so you can get some inspiration from that. Incorporate some sort of self-care. I like skincare, shower of course, some sort of movement, stretching, a mini workout, maybe a walk, healthy breakfast, some mind hygiene like journaling, quick meditation, visualization. Doesn't really have to be all of these things, pick a few, but you need to have some sort of routine that is not rolling out of bed, brushing your teeth, and then rushing to work. The next thing is you need to get your beauty sleep. When you've done your PM routine, it's important that you go to bed and have enough time to sleep. I'm personally someone who likes to get up early, so I will get to bed no later than 10 so I can wake up at 6. If you're someone who sleeps a little bit longer, still make sure that you get at least 7 to 8 hours of sleep. 7 is the minimum. There are only a few people who can thrive on 5 to 6 hours, but if you're someone who feels tired in the morning or it's hard for you to get up, okay, then you're not someone that needs 5 or 6 hours. Then you're someone who needs more sleep. You want to be a hottie, you want to look great, you want to have great skin, you want to feel good, you want to lose weight. That has to do with sleep. The less you sleep, the more energy you will need the next day. Your body is craving a lot of sugar because it's tired. People who don't sleep enough over years and years and years, they're gonna look old and haggard. Hotties get enough beauty sleep, so make sure that you either go to bed earlier, stop the doom scrolling, parent yourself, have boundaries with yourself when you go to bed. There's no parent anymore. You're grown up. That is like now you have to go to sleep. You have to be your own parent. Do it because you want to look and feel your best. Beauty sleep is important. Make sure to incorporate these 12 daily wellness habits into your life, and you're gonna have a transformation by summer. I promise you, if you do this now every day, it's not that much. It might feel a lot because like, oh my god, 12 habits, but it's all little things that you can easily incorporate into your life. We're on this journey together. We're gonna glow up together. We're gonna become our hottest self by summer this year. And if you want more glow up help, make sure to follow me on TikTok under wellwithmonia, and also make sure to watch this video next because it will really help you in your get hot for summer journey. Mwah!